Then just take a few deep breaths right here on your own. Breathing in and breathing out. And on your next inhale, bring your palms to meet right in front of heart center. Gently bow your chin towards your hands and towards your heart. And then we'll start to flicker open the eyes. You can release your hands. And then from here, you're going to take your blanket. Does anyone have a block? If you have a block, you can use the block. But if it's a blanket or towel, you're going to unroll it, okay, so that it looks like this. And you're going to fold it in thirds. So 1 and 2. Okay, so now you have a really long thingamajig. And then you're going to take the end and you're going to tightly roll it. About 1, 2, 3, 4. So that you have a little roll, but then there's like kind of a tail at the end. All right. Now, if you have your block instead, just use the block, place it flat onto your mat. You're just going to use the block instead of the roll. Okay. And then you're going to come onto your belly. And you're going to take the block or the big part of the roll and you're going to place it right in the abdomen, nice and comfortable, okay? So you want it to be in between your frontal hip points, right? So those 2 bony protrusions on the front side of your pelvis and your low ribs, okay? From here, you're just going to extend your legs back, rest your forehead down onto your hands, okay? You can have one palm over the other and then literally just rest your forehead down. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, really try to allow yourself to just relax into the block or into the blanket. Again, inhale. Exhale. And I know this is pretty intense right here. You might be hitting a little bit of resistance, but see to the best of your abilities, if you can just soften the abdomen and allow yourself to kind of conform over whatever it is that you're lying on. And now just switch the crossing of your hands. So bring the opposite hand on top. And now we're going to do something a little bit different, okay? So now as you exhale, what I want you to do is either bite the blanket or the block. So I want you to feel your frontal hip points and your low ribs coming in towards each other on the blanket or block. So every exhale, you bite the blanket or the block. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And then from here, just press your palms onto the ground or onto the mat. You're just going to press yourself up to a kneeling position and then come back to a nice tall seat, but take the opposite shin in front from whichever you started. Perhaps just notice any sensations. You might feel a little bit more hollow in the abdomen area. And then inhale, reach your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, you're going to twist to your right. Take your left hand onto your right thigh. Bring your right hand right behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale to twist. Inhale. Exhale. Another full breath. Inhale, come back to center. Reach your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, twist on over to your left. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. and let it go. Now just come back to center. Place your hands on the ground in front of you and come on out to a tabletop position. From your tabletop, extend your left foot to the back of your mat. Keep your toes tapped down right here. I want you to really drive your left thigh up towards the sky. Keep your right knee down and then kickstand your right foot off of your mat over to the right side. Spin your left heel down to the ground like a warrior 2 foot, and then take your left hand up to the sky. Keep lifting the inner arch of your left foot so that you can feel the lift from your inner thigh. Take a deep breath in, and then bring your left arm over your ear and down to the mat. You can spin your back heel up, but keep your knee lifted, and then take your right foot in towards the center of your mat. From here, you're gonna lower your left knee down, tabletop, downward facing dog, hips come up and back. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your right knee in towards the nose, shift forward. And then inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg up and back. Exhale to step your foot in between your hands. Take your right arm up to the sky for a low lunge twist. Keep lifting up your back thigh. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, release your right hand down to the mat. Straighten out your front leg and then walk your hands, pivot the feet to your left for a wide leg, forward fold. Inhale. And as you exhale, just fold. Allow your head to go down. Now walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of the room into a low lunge. Plant your hands, take a 3-legged dog with your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale your right knee towards your right tricep. Shift forward. Gently step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Rock it back and forth a couple of times and keep your right knee in towards your right shoulder. And then lower your back knee down to the mat. You can untuck your toes. Keep letting the left hip go down. If you have this space, walk your hands forward and begin to lower your forearms in the direction of the ground. Just take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Try to resist the temptation to just let the head drop. I want you to bring the shoulder blades together and see if you can keep the cervical spine nice and long. Take one more breath. Come to your palms. Tuck the back toes, lift up your back knee, take a 3-legged dog again, right leg up and back behind you. Now bend your knee and open up your hip and really lift through your inner right thigh. Exhale to step your right foot in between your hands. Inhale to straighten out your front leg. Use blocks or books or just keep your hands on the ground if you need to. And as you exhale, just fold over your front leg. Inhale. Stay for your exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, rebend your front knee into a low lunge. Inhale, just come to the fingertips and look up. Exhale, step your left foot up to meet your right foot, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over your head, Urdhva, and then grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, reach up, and as you exhale, tip over to your left, okay, so that you find a big side body stretch on the right side. See if you can look up underneath your right arm. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. Now circle your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the sides of your chest. And as you exhale, fold with soft knees. Take the knuckles towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale to release your hands down to the mat. Inhale your right foot to the back of your mat and exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale out to your plank pose. And as you exhale, lower your knees, lower your belly all the way down. Untuck your toes. Now bring your hands wide to your mat. So on the wood floor, carpet floor next to you. And then as you inhale, use the upper back to lift the chest up. Stay for the exhale. Again, inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Stay again for your exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Now exhale, lower the heart down. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop as you exhale. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Toes are tucked under. You can rock back and forth or find movement if you did so on the other side. And then kickstand your left foot off to the left side. Knee stays down. Plant your right foot and then take your right hand up to the sky so that we're in this modified side plank. Lift the inner arch of your right foot so that you can feel a lift from your inner thigh. Take a deep breath in. Bring your right arm over your ear and down to the mat. Lower your knees down, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale your left knee in towards your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale to step your foot in between your hands. Take your left hand up to the sky this time. Nice low lunge twist. Keep lifting up your back thigh. Bring the top arm over your ear and down to the mat. Straighten your front leg and then walk your hands, pivot the feet to your right for a wide leg forward fold. And again, you can just let your head go down right here. Maybe walk your hands back so that your hands and your feet are more in a line with each other. Now come to your palms, lift up the chest. Walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of the room, low lunge, three-legged dog. Left leg comes up and back behind you. And as you exhale, bring your left knee towards your left tricep. Shift forward. Gently step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Rock back and forth here as you start to find some movement. And then lower your back knee down to the mat. Untuck the toes, and if you have this space, you're going to walk your hands forward and lower your forearms towards the ground. Keep your left knee hugging in towards your left shoulder. Shoulder blades together. Try to keep the heart and the cervical spine nice and long. Now come to your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift up the back knee. Once again, three-legged dog, left leg up and back behind you. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Again, I want you to feel a lift from your inner left thigh. Exhale to step your left foot in between your hands. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. And as you exhale, fold over the front leg. Again, grab some support if you need it, but your hands can also be on the ground if it feels okay. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale to bend your front knee. Inhale, just lengthen and look up. Exhale, step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach your arms up to the sky. Grab your left wrist right here. Inhale to go up. And as you exhale, tip on over to your right so that you can really feel the stretch in the left side of the body. And then start to turn your gaze up so that you're looking underneath your left arm towards the sky. Inhale, reach the hands up. And now circle your hands behind your back, opposite thumb on top. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift your chest. And as you exhale, fold over your legs with your clasped hands. Take a deep breath in and exhale to go deeper. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale to release your hands down to the mat. Inhale, left foot to the back of your mat, and exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale out to your plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down. Knees might lower first. Now untuck your toes. You can widen them out a little bit. Bring your hands outside the boundaries of your mat. 3 breaths. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale it out. This time on your inhale, option to wrap your elbows in, plant your palms, straighten the arms as you lift your chest up. And then slowly you can turn your elbows out, fingers forward as the heart goes down to the mat. Tuck your toes, plant your palms, downward facing dog. Now start to pedal out your feet and then turn your pedal into a nice slow walk up to the top of your mat where your feet will come up to meet your hands. Once you get there, you can just allow your head and your heart to go down. Let the neck relax, let the muscles of your jaw relax. And then inhale, halfway lift, hands onto your shins, extend your heart forward, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms nice and high to the sky, Urdhva. Bring your palms together, and then pull the prayer down in front of heart center. Tadasana, mountain pose. I did realize if you guys want music and you want my music, I know you'd have to take a small break, but if you go onto my Spotify, the playlist is Quarantine Yoga 1. So if you want to take a moment and just cue that up, you definitely can. And then when you're ready, you're going to come to the top of your mat, arms by your side, palms facing forward. And I would skip to the second song, by the way, just because that one's a little bit more upbeat than the first one. Inhale, reach your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale your right foot to the back of the mat, low lunge, and exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale out to your plank pose. If you're ready, exhale halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky behind you. Exhale your right foot through in between your hands. Inhale, right hand high to the sky for a low lunge twist. Exhale your right hand down to the ground. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, circle your arms up to the sky, Urdhva. Exhale, forward fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat, and exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot in between your hands. Inhale, left hand high to the sky. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, circle your hands high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold down to the ground. Inhale, right foot to the back of the mat. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot in between your hands. Inhale, right hand high to the sky. Exhale, hand down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, circle the hands high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up and back. Exhale, left foot in between your hands. Inhale, left hand high to the sky. Exhale, hand down to the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, sweep the arms high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, right foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath right here in downward facing dog. Bring your big toes to touch. Walk them up slightly. Inhale, bend the knees. Look up between your hands. And at the bottom of your exhale, walk or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms high to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath right here in downward facing dog. Now bring your big toes to touch. Walk them up slightly. Inhale, bend the knees, look up. At the bottom of your exhale, walk or hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms high to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Now bring your palms together and then pull the prayer down in front of heart center. Tadasana, bring your arms alongside your body. You can have your palms facing forward. On your next inhale, come into chair pose. Bend your knees as you reach your hands up to the sky. Now see if you can revisit that positioning of having the block or blanket in your abdomen. So see if you can bite the blanket or block, bring your frontal hip points and your low ribs in towards one another. Take a deep breath in. Now forward fold on your breath out. Now bend your knees, plant your palms. You can either walk or hop your feet back to down dog. And if you're hopping, just land with soft knees. And then inhale out to your plank pose. Take it through a vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale your right foot through in between your hands. Side angle pose. So spin your back heel down, bring your right forearm to your thigh, take your left hand first up to the sky. And then shift your arm over your ear. As you take your arm over the ear, keep lifting the inner arch of your back foot and really press your thigh back. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Now warrior two, lift the torso up, extend your arms away from one another. On an inhale, straighten your front leg, pivot your right toes in, reach your hands up to the sky, extended side angle to the back of the room. Take your left toes open, bend the knee, forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Inhale. Now just release your hands, frame your left foot as you exhale, downward facing dog. Option for your vinyasa. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Exhale your left foot through in between your hands. Side angle, back heel down, forearm to thigh. Take the right arm up to the sky first. Stretch across the chest. Now shift your arm over your ear. Again, lift the inner arch of your back foot. See if you can bite the blanket or bite the block as you press your right thigh back. Now rise it up into warrior two. On an inhale, straighten your legs, pivot the left toes in, reach your hands up to the sky, extended side angle to the front of the room. So bend your knee, forearm to thigh, left arm up and over. Deep breath in. Release your hands, frame your right foot on the breath out, downward facing dog. Option for your flow. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale your right foot through in between your hands. Our side angle, back heel down. This time, bring your hand on the ground on the inside of your shin. Left hand goes up, and then bring your arm over your ear. Keep lifting the inner arch of the back foot. Press your thigh back. On an inhale, let's rise it up, warrior two. And then straighten your front leg, pivot your right toes in, reach the hands up to the sky, extended side angle to the back of the room. Hand comes down to the ground on the inside of your shin. Right hand is up and over. We're layering on from here, so take one more full breath. And as you inhale, come all the way back up, straighten the legs, pivot your left toes in, hands up to the sky. Now triangle to the front of the room. Tee your arms open, take your right hip, right toes, open up. Right hand down to your shin as the left hand goes straight up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, spin the heart up. One more breath in. Exhale to release your hands down to the mat, downward facing dog. Again, option for your flow. Inhale the left leg to the sky. Step your left foot in between your hands. Side angle, hand on the ground on the inside of your shin. Right hand goes up, and then the arm comes over your ear. On an inhale, warrior two. And then straighten your front leg, pivot the left toes in, arms up to the sky, extended side angle to the back. So open up the right hip, right toes, right hand on the inside of your shin to the ground, left hand up and over. We layer on from here. As you inhale, come all the way up, straighten the legs, pivot the right toes in, arms high to the sky, and then triangle to the front of the room. So tee the arms open, left hip, left toes will open, left hand to your shin, right hand high to the sky. I want you to see if you can continue to lift the inner arches of both feet, but especially your back foot. Press your right thigh back and then turn the abdomen so the chest will go up. One more inhale. Release your hands as you exhale. Downward facing dog. Option for your flow. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Last time we're here. Exhale to step your right foot through in between your hands. So this time, side angle. I want you to take your palm onto the ground, your flat palm. Okay, if you really can't reach, grab a book. Left hand goes up, and then take your left arm over your ear. Try to keep lifting the inner arch of the back foot, even with your palm down. Now rise it up into a warrior two. Straighten your front leg, pivot the right toes in, arms up to the sky. Same thing to the back, extended side angle to the back, but take your left palm onto the ground. Even if it feels like you're pitching forward a little bit, get the palm down. Try to keep biting the blanket or block, spin the heart up. Now, as you inhale, rise it all the way back up. Straighten your legs, pivot the right toes in, triangle to the front. Go ahead and tee open the arms, right hand to the shin, left hand up to the sky. We're coming up into half moon from here. Bring your left hand onto your hip. Look forward, hop the back foot in halfway, and then you can bring your right hand either onto a block or onto the ground as you start to lift your left foot off the mat. Now I want you to feel a turn from your abdomen, okay? So let the belly be soft, but see if you can really turn the abdomen from right to left, and then lift your left hand up to the sky. Lift from your inner back thigh. One more inhale. Now low lunge as you exhale. Lower your hands, lower your foot. Side plank on your left. Keep the palm of your left hand down. Come to the outer blade, so the pinky toe side edge of your left foot, and then stack your feet right on top of left. Take your right hand high to the sky. Now from here, I want you to press your thighs back behind you, but at the same time, imagine that you're biting the block or biting the blanket. Bring the right arm over your ear and down to the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up to the sky. Exhale your left foot through in between your hands. Again, side angle, palm is down, left palm down, right hand up to the sky. Now bring your arm over your ear, extended side angle, and then rise it up to warrior two. Inhale, straighten out your legs, reach your hands up to the sky, and then extended side angle to the back of the room. Right palm down to the ground, left arm up and over your ear. As you inhale, rise it back up, straighten your legs, pivot the right toes in, triangle to the front. Tee your arms open, left toes open, left hand to the shin, right hand high to the sky. Half moon, right hand onto your hip. Look forward, shift forward, and then bring your left hand onto a block or onto the ground. Really lift from the inner right thigh right here, and then take your right hand up. Try to feel your abdomen turning from left to right. Take one more breath in. Low lunge on your breath out. Side plank on your right. So keep your right palm down, come to pinky toe side edge of the right foot, and then stack your feet, okay? Lift the left hand up. And again, I want you to engage the quad. So press the thighs back, but at the same time, I want that engagement of the belly. Inhale. Now bring the left arm over your ear, downward facing dog as you exhale. Let's change things up a little bit. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Step your right foot in between your hands. We're gonna come right up into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, okay? So come right up. Again, I want you to find that twist from the abdomen. Take one more breath in. Low lunge on your breath out. Hand down, foot down. Now straighten out your front leg. Walk the hands, pivot the feet to your left for a wide leg, forward fold. Take your left hand underneath your face and then lift your right hand high to the sky for the twist. And then release your right hand down underneath your face. Take the left hand high to the sky. Now lower your left hand down. Walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of the room. We're gonna come in the direction of a lizard lunge, and then option for full Vashisthasana. So keep your left hand down, come to the outer blade of your left foot, and then take the two peace sign fingers, yogi toe lock, in your right hand. Bring the knee towards your armpit, and then extend your right leg up to the sky. Press your left thigh back, but bite the block right here. Deep breath in. Downward facing dog on your breath out. Walk your toes back 2-3 inches. Inhale, come forward, up and over your toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, your left foot through in between your hands, right up into your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So I've been liking using the block here, okay, but you might not need it. Find that twist from the abdomen. Right leg or right hand up to the sky, I should say. One more inhale. Low lunge as you exhale. Straighten your front leg. Walk the hands, pivot the feet to your right, wide leg, forward fold. For the first breath, see if you can just let your head and your heart go down. And then bring your right hand on the ground underneath your face. Inhale, left hand up to the sky. Exhale to lower your left hand down. Bring your right hand up to the sky. Now lower your right hand down. Walk the hands, pivot the feet to your left. So you're gonna come towards lizard, heel toe the left foot out a little bit. Option for full Vashisthasana. You can also just take side plank, by the way. Right hand stays down, come to pinky toe side edge. Grab on to the big toe of your left foot with two peace sign fingers. Knee towards the armpit, and then extend it up towards the sky. Press the right thigh back, and then see if you can bite the block. One more inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Walk the toes back 2-3 inches. Inhale, come forwards, up and over the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's switch it up. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale your right foot through in between your hands. Warrior one this time. Back heel down, 45 degrees as you lift your hands up. Back foot, lift the inner arch, press your thigh back, but then I want you to see if you can bite the blanket or bite the block. Now look up. I want you to bring your palms together if you can, but keep charging the fingertips towards the sky. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. And as you exhale, just rebend your front knee. Now, keep the arms strong and straight. Hinge forward. Try to keep the biceps next to the ears. Spin your back heel up. Warrior three with your hands going forward. Okay? So really lift the arm bones. Take the shoulder blades together as you lift the back foot. Take one more inhale. Now release your hands down as you exhale. Okay? Low lunge. So lower your back foot down, heel is spinning up. Take a three-legged dog with your right leg up and back behind you. Now bring your right knee to your left tricep, cross it underneath your body. Extend your right leg out to the side, fall in triangle. Spin your back heel down, lift your left arm high to the sky. With your back foot, you know what I'm gonna say, lift the inner arch so that you can charge up through the inner thigh. If you want, you're gonna slide your right hip back a little bit, press into the back foot and hover your foot off the mat. One more inhale. Three-legged dog as you exhale, right leg up and back. Option for a three-point vinyasa right here. Option to step your right foot up, lift the left leg, and take a couple handstand hops. Eventually, we'll come back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg to the sky. Exhale your left foot through, in between the hands. Warrior one. Back heel down 45 degrees, arms up to the sky. So again, the inner arch, try to gather the inner arch up, press your thigh back, and that might want you to, stick your booty back, but then I want you to bite the blanket and bite the block, okay? Look up, palms together if you can, straighten your front leg, keep climbing the sides of the chest up. And as you exhale, rebend your front knee. Try to keep the biceps next to your ears. Hinge forward, as if someone is pulling you forward. Spin the back heel up, warrior three. Lift the arm bones, really fight gravity right here. Take the shoulder blades towards one another. Inhale, release your hands as you exhale. Low lunge, lower the back foot, heel stays lifted. Plant the palms, three-legged dog, left leg up and back. And then take your left knee towards your right tricep. So you'll cross underneath the body, fall in triangle, extend your left leg underneath, spin the back heel down, bring your right hand up to the sky. Now lift the inner arch, power up from your back inner thigh. And then as an option, drag your left hip back, press your foot into the mat and lift the left foot off the ground. Keep lifting from your inner right thigh. Inhale, three-legged dog as you exhale. Option for three-point vinyasa, option to step your left foot up, lift the right foot, and then maybe some handstand hops. We meet in down dog. from here, bring your big toes together, walk them up slightly. Inhale, bend the knees, look up. At the bottom of your exhale, either walk or hop the feet up to meet your hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, bring your arms nice and high to the sky, Urdhva, palms together, and then pull the prayer in front of heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Now for the balancing series, come to the middle of your mat. Okay, we're gonna take a step forward in just a few moments, but I want you to start in the middle. Keep your left foot down, okay? From here, take your right knee, bend it up, knee towards the belly. You can bring your left hand onto your hip. We're gonna take yogi toe lock, so 2 peace sign fingers around the right big toe. So arm comes, on the inside of the leg, knee towards the shoulder. Once you grab this, I want you to straighten out your legs, stand up nice and tall. Option to grab the knee, okay? So we're gonna take Padangusthasana A. So first, start by extending your right foot forward any amount, okay? Mine's not gonna go straight right now. Try to keep this right shoulder down back, okay? And then take your left hand up to the sky. Now we're gonna take the right foot off to the right side. And as you do so, you might be able to straighten it a little bit more, okay? You can also do this with the knee. The left hand is gonna tee out now so that you find a lot of openness across your chest. Now, once again, Padangusthasana A. Bring the right foot towards center, arm up to the sky. Now release your right foot. Keep it going forward. Reach your right hand up. Now you're gonna take a step forward with your right foot. Bring your left knee towards your chest. Eagle. Eagle, wrap your left leg around your right. Left arm underneath your right arm. If the eagle wrapped hands aren't working, just give yourself a hug, okay? Inhale. Now bend your knees. Today we will bow, okay? So really, I want you to accentuate the frontal hip points in towards your ribs as the knees and elbows come towards one another. As you inhale, rise it up. Bring the left knee towards your chest, arms up to the sky. Low lunge. Step your left foot all the way back and then bring your left hand down to the ground. Lower your back knee down, okay? Bring your right hand on top of your thigh. First, we're gonna go up. So lift the torso up, left arm right next to the bicep. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, hinge forward slightly. Now turn to your right, hook your left elbow to the outside of your thigh. Bring your palms together in front of heart center. Now, you might stay, you might tuck your back toes and lift up your back knee. And then you're gonna extend your arms away from one another. I want you to feel your shoulder blades coming in towards the midline. And then some of you are gonna take your right arm over your ear, find all that extension in the right side of the body, and see if you can turn your gaze up to look underneath your right arm. On an exhale, release your hands down to the mat, frame your foot, straighten the front leg, and then walk your hands, pivot the feet to your left for wide leg, forward fold. Now, a couple options right here, okay? You can either just fold, okay? You can come up into a tripod headstand if it's in your practice, or you're gonna bring your hands behind you and interlace your fingers, and then take a fold with your clasped hands. Take a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. If you're up, begin to make your way back down. And then release your hands onto the ground. Now, walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front. We're gonna take lizard lunge. So heel toe your right foot out a little bit, okay? Keep your right knee hugging in towards your right shoulder. I'm not gonna be here for long. So inhale, straighten the front leg, bend into the back knee slightly, and then hop your left foot to the outside of your left hand so that we're now in a nice wide malasana yogi squat, hands to heart center. So from here, we're gonna come into bird of paradise. We're gonna bind around the left leg first, okay? So you're gonna place your hands down. I want you to straighten out the legs a little bit so that you can lift your seat up. Dip your right shoulder and then thread your right arm underneath the leg, okay? And if you look at the screen, you can kind of see my hand behind my body. My left arm is gonna come up, spin the palm around, and then bring my hands to meet, okay? If you have like a blanket or towel or something nearby that you wanna grab, you can absolutely do that as well. Now, heel toe your left foot in a little bit. Keep the right knee in towards your right shoulder. Bend the left knee and then slowly rise it up, okay? Take your knuckles towards the ground and see if you can lift the sides of the chest. Straighten this bottom leg first, and when you get that, then you can start to extend your right leg. Bend your right knee if it's straightened, and then start to come all the way back down. So your right foot will lower, your left foot will widen, release your hands, come back into a wide malasana. Just take a moment right here. We'll take a crow just to reset. So heel toe your feet in a little bit. Plant your palms, lift your heels, and then rest your knees towards your armpits as you shift your weight forward and bring the heels up towards the booty. If you're up in crow, just lower your toes down to the mat and fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms high to the sky, Urdhva. Now Tadasana, mountain pose. Once again, come to the center of your mat. So just come back a little bit, all right? And then from here, you're gonna bring your right hand onto your hip. You're gonna take your left knee up in towards the belly, okay? And then we're gonna take yogi toe lock with the left hand. So two peace sign fingers, arm along the inside of the leg, and then grab the big toe. If you bend this right knee as I did, I'm just gonna straighten it out once I get there. Take your left foot, press it into your hands as you straighten the front leg forward, any amount, okay? You can also grab the knee. Right hand will come up to the sky. Now start to pull the left leg out to the left side. Okay? The right hand can tee out to your side. And then bring your left foot forward, arm up to the sky. Now keep your left foot up, but release the foot, left hand up as well. Take a step forward with your left foot and then bring your right knee towards your chest. And eagle wrap your right leg around your left, right arm underneath the left arm. Right, so again, eagle wrap arms or a hug. Bend your knees, but let's take a bow. Elbows towards the knees. As you inhale, rise it up. Right knee to the chest, arms up to the sky, low lunge. Step your right foot all the way back, hands down to the ground now. Lower the back knee down, and then bring your left hand on top of your left thigh. You can untuck the back toes to start, okay? First, we go up. So lift the torso up, bring your right hand way up to the sky, and then hinge forward. Bring your, take your bicep right next to the ear. Now let's twist to the left. So press on your thigh right here to turn. Let the abdomen go from right to left Hook your elbow to the outside of your thigh and then bring your palms together. Some of you will stay, or you can do the arm variations from here. Some of you will tuck the back toes and then lift up your back knee, okay? And then from here, extend your arms away from one another. And if you've gotten this far, you're gonna take your left palm forward and shift your arm over the ear. See if you can look underneath your arm up towards the sky. One more inhale. Release your hands as you exhale. Straighten the front leg, walk your hands, pivot the feet to your right for a wide leg forward fold. Any of the options from before, right? You can take a tripod headstand, you can fold, or you'll clasp the hands, okay? If you're taking the clasped hands, take an inhale, and as you exhale, lift the knuckles off the low back. Deep breath in, full breath out. If you're up, start to make your way down. And then release your hands down to the mat. Now walk your hands, pivot your feet to the front of the room for a lizard. Once you get here, straighten out your front leg, bend into the back knee, and then spring your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Wide malasana. Bring your palms together, okay? And what I want you to do is press your armpits or your shoulders into the knees, but at the same time, I want you to glue your knees in towards the armpits. So now, bird of paradise, okay? Lower your hands, lift your seat, and you can even, slightly turn the toes in right here. Start to dip your left shoulder, okay, so that you can thread your left arm underneath your left leg. And you might even have to heel toe this left foot in a little bit. You want to maneuver so that you can get yourself as tight as possible. Reach your left hand back, and then your right hand is going to go back as well, okay? Bring your hands towards one another, and then heel toe your right foot in. Let this right knee, be soft, be bent, have a little bit of give, and then slowly begin to stand up nice and tall. I want you to work on straightening out your bottom leg. So I want you to press your thigh back, but then the hands going down is going to help you to take your tailbone down, thereby, you're biting the block or biting the blanket. Once you get here, you can start to extend your left leg out to the side. Bend your left knee, bend the right, lower your left foot down to the ground, widen your right foot, release the hands, come back to nice wide malasana. Let's take crow, heel toe your feet in. Bring your hands forward, rise to the balls of your feet, knees to your armpits, and then shift your weight forward, okay? This time, you will have the option to walk, jump, or step your feet back out of your crow. You can take it through a vinyasa if you'd like, and then come to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, child's pose. Lower your knees down and take your hips back. And then you can walk your hands in towards your knees and then just sit up nice and tall. Okay, so I'll demo first, and then we'll give it a try. I wanna give you enough time to play in this position. So Visvamitrasana, again, I want you to take it step by step. There's a lot of different things that we can achieve in this pose, and it'll take time, okay? And try not to force anything. So what we'll do is we'll just start from a simple downward facing dog, okay? I'm gonna bring my right knee towards my right upper arm. I wanna, really get this feeling of using the abdomen to pull the leg in and then I lower my right foot to the outside of my hand. From here, I'm going to spin my back heel down, and already I want to focus on lifting up the inner arch of my back foot so that I can lift from the inner arch of my back leg. I'm going to heel toe my right foot in a little bit, drop my right shoulder so that I can thread my right arm underneath my left, sort of like Bird of Paradise, actually very much like Bird of Paradise. And then my palm is going to plant flat down, okay? Now the trick here, when I come up, I have to take my booty in, right? So I want you to imagine that you are biting the blanket and biting the block as you start to lift your leg, okay? If you've gotten here, awesome, okay? But then when you get here, what I want you to do is I want you to start to drop the hips, right? Press this thigh back, at the same time bite the block, and then see if you can just lift your foot off the mat, right? And this is a big step right here. If you've gotten this far, you're gonna take your hand to the pinky toe side edge of your foot. Now, as my leg extends, I keep biting the block. I wanna keep pulling my frontal hip points and my low ribs in towards one another. Okay, I'm gonna extend my leg and then get my gaze, woo, there we go. Get your gaze underneath your arm. You'll probably land with some sort of thud, like I just did. I'm gonna try it one more time. I got really excited when I got this one. Oh, AirPod fell out. When you're done on that side, you're just gonna come back to center. Do whatever you need to do in between sides. For me, I think I just need to lower my knees and sit for a moment, okay? And then when you're ready, try it on the other side. So again, the key, right, because every time I've tried to come into this pose beforehand, your hips are the heaviest part of the body. And so if you keep the hips going back, which sometimes we want to do because it lessens the length of our body, right? It's a little bit easier to grab the foot when our hips are sticking back. The key is to keep the hips in, keep this engagement of the frontal hip points and ribs in towards one another, okay? So if you haven't, just try on the other side, okay? Like I will. Step the left foot out. Spin the back heel down already. Lift the inner arch so that you can lift the inner thigh, and then heel toe your left foot towards the center of the mat a little bit. You're gonna get this left arm underneath the leg, and then the palm is down, right? Definitely want the palm down for this one. When you lift this foot already, you wanna drop your hips and take them forward so you can lift your left foot off the mat. Keep your stance wide, and then you're gonna start to extend your leg out into your palm. Keep biting the block. Woo. I don't think that flinging out of it is the best way to come out of it, but like, hey, it is what it is, I guess. As long as no one's getting hurt. Okay. When you're ready, come into whatever pose you need to. Again, I think I just need a moment to be on my shins and kneeling. And then know that wherever you got with this pose, that it's progress. It's always progress in the right direction. And I think that even trying is progress. Let's come to a child's pose if you haven't already. I think some of you are already there, but extend your hands forward and then rest your forehead onto the ground. Walk your hands back to your knees. Just kneel up. And then from here, you're going to swing your legs around. Just come onto your back. So from here, you're going to grab blocks, blanket, okay? You can keep your blanket in this nice long position. If you don't have a blanket, a towel will do. Anything that you can give yourself a little bit of support, okay? You're going to roll up the blanket. So now it's like a really long wrap burrito type deal. And then you're gonna place it perpendicular to your mat. Okay. And then you're gonna come to lie down. This blanket is gonna be right along the bottoms of your shoulder blades. So you're gonna come down onto it. The tops of your shoulders will go towards the mat, and then your arms can come right on top. You can just let your feet kind of bow out a little bit. Just take a few deep breaths right here. Take one more full breath. And slowly, it's not really a graceful way to do this, but if you have the blanket underneath, you're kind of just gonna arch your back up and slide the blanket out. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. And let's take a bridge pose. Inhale, lift the hips up, tuck the shoulder blades underneath the body. If you want, you can interlace your fingers right here, or just keep your palms down. One more inhale, and exhale to release your hips down to the mat. Take another bridge. Inhale, lift the hips up. Again, tuck the shoulder blades under the body. If you interlace the fingers, take the opposite clasp, so the opposite thumb on top. Deep breath in. And exhale to release your hips down. Now I'm going to give you an option, okay? If you want to come up into a full wheel, right? We've done a lot with the arms over our heads, pressing through the hands and, lifting ourselves up in that way. You can take a full wheel. Otherwise, you can take your feet nice and wide, let your knees knock in, and then just rest your hands on top of your belly. If you're up, you can slowly make your way down. And then we'll all come to that position of feet wide, knees in, hands to the belly. Then from here, you can bring your feet in a little bit, hug your right knee towards your chest, and then we'll take pigeon on the back. So open up the right knee and rest your ankle over the thigh so you're in a figure four position. You can stay, or you can pick up your left foot. Okay? You can thread your hands in between that little window that you've created, but I like to grab my hamstring, my left hamstring with my left hand, and then take my right hand and press the right knee away. That feels better for me. Let's come to a twist from here. So you can either eagle wrap your legs, take the knees to the left, or stack the knees and bring the knees to the left. Okay. Tee open your arms or goal post the arms. You can bring your left hand on top of your left thigh as you look out over the right shoulder. And then bring your right knee up, followed by your left. If they're crossed, you can uncross them. Hug the left knee towards your chest. Nice tight squeeze. And then we'll take pigeon pose or pigeon on the back. So take your left ankle over your right thigh and either stay or pick up the right foot and either thread or grab the hamstring, press the knee away. And then either take the eagle wrapped legs or simply just stack your knees and take your knees over to the right as you look over the left shoulder. Whatever arm variation you did on the other side. If your legs are crossed, you can uncross them, bring your left knee up, followed by the right knee. And let's take happy baby. Knees in towards the armpits. Grab the outer edges of your feet and gently guide the knees in towards the armpits. And you can rock a little bit. Maybe straighten up the legs a little bit. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze and bring your nose all the way up to meet your knees. Take a deep breath in. Shavasana. On your breath out, extend your feet long towards the front of your mat. Bring your hands alongside your body. Tuck the shoulders underneath the body so the chest can stay elevated. Close your eyes and you can take a few deep breaths to enter into your final resting pose. And I'll guide you when it's time to return. Start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And drop your head from side to side. When you're ready, you can begin to bend your knees and roll over onto one side, your right or your left, wherever you feel more comfortable, more drawn to. And then begin to press your hands into the mat and rise up to a nice tall seat. Once you make your way up, just take a nice deep breath in and a full breath out. Bring your palms to meet right in front of heart center and bow your chin towards your hands and towards your heart, sealing in all of your efforts here this morning. We'll end our class with one more breath together. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Bring your thumbs to meet your third eye to honor your own inner light. The light within me is humbled and honored to bow down to the light shining within each of you. Namaste.